External factors contributing to the global climate change. Science climate, like any other physical phenomena, is not static but rather a dynamic kind of things. In greater or less degree, it is ever changing. The term climate change has been defined as the climatic variations in historical time over the span of a few thousand years. There are various indicators of climate change, past historic periods, such as morphological evidences, that is, glacial features, erratics, and renudation, sharks, or arid, etc., fossil evidence, and lithogenic evidences, and agricultural records, drought records, flood records, etc. The conclusion drawn from all these sources had made it clear that the global climate is continuously changing. The recent reports of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change have confirmed that climate change is happening, largely because of human activities, particularly due to concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which disturb the balance between the incoming solar radiation and the outgoing terrestrial radiation, as well as solar radiation. Apart from human activities, there are other factors which are responsible for climate change, such as cosmic regions, revolution of the Earth route around the Sun, changes coming in the Earth's atmosphere, changes in the ocean's internal activities below the Earth's surface, drifting of the continents, cosmic regions. These include falling indices, such as changes in the rate of insolation of the Sun, presence of dust particles in solar system path, second revolution of the Earth around the Sun, changes taking place in Earth's atmosphere, natural sources, anthropogenic sources. So, cosmic changes, these include following indices, such as changes in the rate of insolation of the insolation of the Sun. Rate of insolation from the Sun is influenced by the presence of sun spots in the solar outer surface. These sunspots are formed due to the periodic explosions in the solar surface. The number of sunspots varies from year to year, and the variations in the number in cyclic in nature. The increase and decrease of number of sunspots is completed in a cycle of 11 years. The energy radiated from the Sun increases when the number of sunspots increases, and therefore the amount of insolation received at the Earth's surface also increases. The increase in solar insolation results in climate change. Presence of dust particles in solar system path. During a revolution around the Sun, the Earth enters in such a place where the amount of dust particle is more. This happens after every 300 million years. The amount of dust particles influence the radiation from the Sun, as well as the receiving of insolation with Earth. Revolution of the Earth around the Sun. During the revolution of the Earth around the Sun, the distance between the Sun and the Earth changes. The average distance between the Sun and the Earth is 93 million miles, but at the time of perihelion on January 3, the Earth is nearest to the Sun, and nearest to the Sun, that is 91.5 million miles. Well, at the time of aphelion, on July 4, it is the farthest from the Sun, that is 94.5 million miles. This incidence of the Earth also influences the rate of insolation received, which ultimately results in climate change. Changes taking place in Earth's atmosphere. Changes in the atmospheric compression continue. This change in atmosphere is coming from two sources, that is natural source and anthropogenic. Natural source, this includes dual particles emitted by volcanic activities on meteorites disintegration. This presence of dust particle in the atmosphere scatter the amount of heat received in the atmosphere, scatter and reflect the solar radiation. As a result, that amount of heat acid in the atmosphere is influenced. This phenomenon is called causes climate change. Anthropogenic sources. These include human activities such as the burning of fossil fuel, industrial processes, deforestation, agricultural activities, etc. These human activities changing the chemical composition of the atmosphere. Consequently, the greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide have increased in the atmosphere. As a result, the Earth's surface temperature has increased by 1 degree Fahrenheit in the last century.